Since you insist, I have no other choice but to accuse Mayor Houlihan of improper behavior. Good afternoon, fans. This is your girl from Mel'S Chat, and this is your official WWE Fastlane 2023 review. I actually had to watch the last two matches again this morning. I fell asleep. I was up yesterday at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was exhausted yesterday. I made the mistake. I even had fucking coffee, people. I had coffee at like 8 o'clock last night, trying to go to stay up. Did not fucking work to save my fucking life. So I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna go to sleep. I fell asleep at the second to last match, and then I woke up during the press conference. So I did not even see anything of the Seth Rollins match, but I went back this morning to pick it up, and it was good to go. Completely fucking pissed off with what had happened with the what was I gonna say with the tag team titles. I know why they did that. I know why they did that completely, because of what happened on AEW. They took the titles off of fucking FTR. So what do you think they're going to do? They're going to take the titles off Judgment Day, where they're fucking hot. That made no sense at all. You got to put a tag team together just so that you can put titles on it, just so you can put titles on Cody Rhodes, because everybody's bitching and complaining. That's not a way of fucking booking a match. I am now hoping that they fucking put the titles back on Judgment Day, because they don't belong on fucking goddamn Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. No. And this is the first time that Jey Uso is now tag team champions without his brother Jimmy. Crazy, right? JD McDonough is in a lot of trouble with mommy today. Lots of trouble. Just as long as it's not Dominic. I'm good to go. Yes, I have a fucking Bullet Club hoodie on, and I don't give a shit. This is a WWE fucking review. It's a fucking hoodie. I like it. It's comfortable. It's cozy. I'm cold. It's finally cool here in New York. Which I'm going to shut my television on, because I don't know if you guys can hear it. So just give me 1 second while I go and shut my television. Sorry. So, that was the only thing that I had problems with. The rest of the fucking pay-per-view was really decent. Really fucking decent. And I'm just glad that it went off without a hit. Like it was, the rest of the pay-per-view was okay. It wasn't a blowaway pay-per-view. I'm glad that Charlotte doesn't have the title. That's a win in my book. Also, from the way that ended last night, she's gonna fucking go away for like 3 or 4 months, come back and say, oh well, I was tapping. It's a fucking triple threat. That's just as legal as a fucking clothesline. So you can't use that as an excuse to get yourself another fucking obligatory fucking cash in Charlotte in the bag. But now we're going to be counting down to Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel will be on November 4th at 1 p.m. And you know your girl's got you, all right? So don't worry about it. I'm going to not spend too much time here. I got shit to do for the rest of the day. And I am going to go do that. And I actually have company coming later on this evening. And I want to be able to get done, showered and whatnot, and be able to relax for the rest of the day and enjoy my company tonight. So please do me a favor. Go check me out on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook, and now Cameo. If you want me to give you a shout out, or if you want me to break some news, or you want me to just be the bearer of bad news, or I'm afraid I've got some bad news, I will deliver it. I will have the blood on my hands. So go and check me out, all Mel's Matt Chat. Also, please go check out Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com. Visit their website for all your beard essentials. Beard essentials. Please also go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com and get all your artillery to murder your thirst. You have spring water, unflavored sparkling water, flavored sparkling water, and iced tea. Great for adult beverages, for mixers. Please go also check out Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. Visit their website for all your coffee essentials. And please go check out HOG Wrestling at hogwrestling.net. If you want to get tickets to their upcoming event this coming weekend, please go check out hogwrestling.net. And if you can't be there, I'm almost 100% positive it will be on the premiere at, and it's only $9.99 a month. So let's get to this. Fastlane, we saw during the pre-show. We had somewhat of the debut of Jade Cargill. She was treated like a star. She was welcomed like a star. She was met by Triple H himself, and it wasn't like he was going to kiss her ass. He was like, all right, Jade, you know what we're about here, and it's all business. And he was there, and he was just, being that guy, and he was being the consummate, professional. He wasn't like a fucking mark like some other fucking owner of a professional wrestling company always acts like, and that's why he's got problems up the wazoo. Stop being a mark and start being a boss. All right, just like, there was a picture of Triple H. I kid you not. He was posing with the cars, which that was a fucking awesome sight to behold. That I see. I miss the attention to all that. You're coming on a pay-per-view. It should be different. It should be like, what is the set going to look like, or what are they going to do with this, or what are they going to do with that? And I like that, and I think it should be done. And wherever they are, they should play an ode to the area to make the like if you're getting like one of those B-level pay-per-views, they should do something like, if you're in Scottsdale, Arizona, have it tastefully done in a desert motif, not with the fucking cacti and everything like that, but with the LEDs and everything like that. Make it like that. Maybe have a on the stage, maybe they can have I don't know, some moonshine and shit like that, stuff like that. Like maybe they have some cool cars or something to zhuzh it up. They have the LED board. They can use that to their advantage. So that's inexpensive, just stuff to honor where they're at. Like if they're in New York City, you're putting up freaking the skyline. You're going to be doing all of that. This is what they should be doing in every place. It shouldn't be just a customary freaking stage setup. It should be, like with WrestleMania. WrestleMania is always a sight to behold. When it was in New York City, iconic skyline, iconic. It's iconic. When they were in Tampa with the pirate ship, it was so awesome to see that. Now WrestleMania is going to be in Philadelphia. You damn well we're going to be seeing Eagles. We're going to be seeing the Liberty Bell. We're going to see like Thomas Jefferson and the our forefathers in our country, and I'm there for that, and I love it, and I can't wait to maybe be in Tennessee. You're gonna see the Titans, you're gonna see the Tennessee whiskeys and everything like that, and being near Memphis and all that stuff. I'm hoping that they do stuff like that, and it makes WrestleMania unique in that way. And here I go again, trying to get you out of here, and I am not helping my cause right now. Um, Fastlane. Fastlane was a relatively good pay per view. It's with the exception with the tag team titles. And as I was saying with Triple H was like standing there and he looks so much healthier. His face is filled in a little bit more and he's more, back to where he was before the heart condition. Um, but yeah, he looks so much better. He looks like himself. He looks like he could fucking goddamn get on his trunks and go 20 minutes. That's how good he looks, okay? I'm not telling him do it. No, we need him. But he looks it, and that's when I know that he's gonna be okay. But he was standing there and he was with the cars and he just like looked like such a fucking goddamn gangster. He looked like he was like ready to go sit at the casinos with freaking Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr. and he was just like so fucking like sexy. He exudes sexiness. You want to be with him. You want to be around him. You want to have um that that aura around. Triple H exudes like this energy that you get addicted to. And this is the one of the things that Tony Khan has failed to do. He's a mark. He's like sits there like, oh my god, I got the little toy with Adam Copeland. I mean, Jesus Christ. I'm wearing fucking Bullet Club. I love all professional wrestling, but fucking I love AEW. I'm gonna make this abundantly clear. I love AEW, but the fucking person who's running it sucks. Seriously. And then he sits at the fucking scrum, like sits there like, oh, he has to be center of attention. Triple H came on at the end, and that was it. I didn't see him sit there the entire time. He let everybody be the spotlight. He turned the press conference on to the actual people who competed. Tony Khan sits there like, camera must be on me, attention must be on me. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Anywho, I know it's 13 minutes, and I know I'm not going to get out of here for at least a good hour. I'm sorry. It's just when I get on here, and especially when it's live, I'm sorry. Let me get my notes out and whatnot. But yeah, it's hilarious that I try to get out and it seems like I don't. I apologize, but I'm very passionate from my love of professional wrestling, and it's apparently clear and everything like that. Oh God, I have bad indigestion and I'm exhausted like crazy. Oh my God, crazy day yesterday, but it would be better if wasn't raining yesterday. Yesterday's rain was terrible. Holy shit. But all right, Fastlane. Fastlane had the matches as follows: World's Heavyweight Title, Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match. WWE Women's Title Triple Threat match: Io Sky versus Asuka versus Charlotte Flair. The WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championship Judgment Day, which is Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. John Cena and LA Knight versus Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio, the LWO, and a mystery partner versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Now, I like the way they put this. I would have liked to had the tag team title match in the middle and have the women's match start it off. It would have been a great thing to do to say, hey, it's the women's match. But, I was watching it and it didn't turn out half bad. Shocking, I know. And we had a very surprise return. It was so unbelievably cool. Ba-dum-bum. They had the pre-show. They were doing their picks and whatnot. And we are going to just get back. We're going to just get right to the top of the show. We have the first match. We have the men's tag team match. Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. The action in the ring heats up as Jey Uso and Damian Priest kick things off. They engaged a fierce lockup with Priest initially backing Jey into the corner. However, Jey retaliates with a tight side headlock. The intensity builds as Jey executes a shoulder tackle, but Priest stands its ground and answers with a powerful shoulder tackle of his own. After another lockup, Priest again backs Jey into the corner, but this time he misses and punches during the break. Jey sees the opportunity, landing flurry of punches. Priest counters with a Irish whip, but Jey expertly slides into the corner, delivering a punch and a precision kick to the leg. At this point, Cody tags in and Jey wisely holds onto the ropes. Cody takes over with a side headlock, showcasing his in-ring powerness. He follows it up with a well-placed kick and a smooth drop-down uppercut. Cody doesn't let up, targeting Jey's knee with a drop kick and then applying the wrist lock. Jey tags back in, delivering a kick to Priest's leg. Sorry, Priest. I meant to say Priest. With leg and headbutt. However, Priest roars back with a punishing clothesline, tossing Jey into the corner and unleashing a barrage of punches before tagging in Finn Balor. Finn enters the fray with series of strikes, combining punches and kicks as momentum continues to shift in this exciting contest. Finn takes control with a kick to Jey, followed by a series of punches. However, Jey counters with a headbutt and Cody Rhodes tags in. Cody locks in a side headlock and showcases his strength by getting Finn on his shoulders and delivering a backbreaker. Cody follows up with a delayed gutbuster, displaying his technical powerness. Jey Uso tags back in and uses a headbutt to maintain their momentum. Priest tags in and lands an uppercut on Jey, but Jey responds with some punches. Priest fires back with an elbow and a back heel kick, while Balor tags in and delivers a series of kicks, culminating in a near fall. Balor applies a reverse chinlock, adding pressure to Jey. Balor follows up with a snapmare and a dropkick to the head, going for another near fall. He drops an elbow on the top of Jey's head and tags in Priest, who sketches Jey with his knee in his back. Jey fights back with an elbow, but Priest halts him with forearm strikes to the back. Priest continues the assault, but Jey eventually regains his footing. Priest strikes with more forearms, and then he targets Cody on the apron. Balor tags in, connecting with elbow into the corner. He proceeds with a slingshot stomp for a near fall. Balor maintains control with a reverse chinlock, preventing Jey from reaching Cody. Jey manages to land more punches, but Balor keeps a tight grip. Jey tries to make it to Cody for the tag, but Finn Balor doesn't allow it, maintaining his hold on Jey. Balor delivers an Irish whip, but Jey counters with a punch to Priest and dodges a splash from Finn. Cody Rhodes tags in and delivers a running forearm, followed by a power slam and a beautiful disaster kick, leading to a close near fall. Cody pounds the mat, signaling for Finn to rise to his feet. Cody momentarily stops Priest on the apron and goes for a dragon screw. Finn Balor attempts a roll-up but falls short. Cody goes for a Cody cutter, but Finn counters and hits an elevated elbow drop for another near fall. Finn drops Cody into the corner, setting up the coup de grace. However, Cody crouches Finn on the turnbuckle and proceeds with a superplex, but he feels the impact on his neck. Priest and Jay Uso then tag back in with Jay unleashing a series of punches. He delivers a thrust kick and removes his shirt, placing it on Priest before landing an uppercut. Jay attempts to lift Priest, but Priest regains his footing and boxes Jay's ears. Jay responds with an enziguri that sends Priest into the corner. Jay goes for a running hip attack, but Priest counters by sending Jay to the apron. On the apron, Jay executes a crossbody for a near fall. Priest rolls to the apron as well and lands a round kick, blocking a thrust kick from Jay. Priest then hits a leaping flatliner for yet another near fall, keeping the crowd on the edge of their seats. The match takes an electrifying turn as Damian Priest sets up for the South of Heaven on the announce table, but the unexpected happens. JD accidentally strikes Priest with the case. Seizing the opportunity, Cody delivers a devastating crossroads to Priest right on the table. Meanwhile, Finn Balor heads to the outside, and Jay isn't far behind. Jay delivers a spectacular flip dive onto Finn, and JD intensifies the chaos at ringside. Back in the ring, Cody Rhodes tags in, and Jay responds with a super kick. Cody capitalizes on the opening and hits Jay with a Cody cutter. Then Jay follows up with a neck breaker. Cody seizes the moment and finishes the match with another crossroads, this time on Finn Balor. The referee counts 3, declaring Cody Rhodes and Jay Uso as the new champions in a thrilling turn of events. So we have new champions. Not happy with this. Mommy's not going to have this. And I have this funny feeling that Rhea, Mommy, is going to say, well, Dom Dom has his title. Where are your titles? Tit for tat now. So during that match, Rhea Ripley and Dominic come out. And Rhea flirts with Jey Uso to see if she can distract him. Did not work. So let's move on. Wade Barrett, Booker T, and Xavier Woods do a backstage promo for a pizza app for Pizza Hut. So this is going to be where they are throwing the Pizza Hut sponsored match. And we're going to have to get used to this. So, it is what it is. LWO, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profit match. Street Profits and the powerhouse Bobby Lashley come out first. Montez immediately points out the disadvantage as the 3 against 2. Santos Escobar kicks off the encounter with a fury of display, executing a well-timed sunset flip on Ford. However, Ford rolls through, narrowly avoiding a kick. Santos doesn't let up, stopping Angelo Dawkins and hitting a flying forearm on Ford. Santos then finds himself on the apron where he delivers a sharp kick to Ford before climbing to the top rope for an impressive crossbody. Santos sets up a running double knee strike, but Ford manages to escape to the apron, where he encounters with punches. Ford ascends to the top rope, but Santos responds with swift kick to the head. Santos seizes the moment and executes a breathtaking Frankensteiner, coming close to a pinfall. Ford recovers and takes Santos down with a clip, allowing Dawkins to tag in. Dawkins delivers a forearm, and then Lashley tags back in. Dawkins adds the punishment with twisting splash in the corner. Lashley tries to lock in the hurt lock, but Santos escapes. Bobby Lashley shifts his focus to Santos, preparing for a delayed suplex. He hoists Santos high and sends him crashing down to the mat. Dawkins tags in once again and attempts a pinfall, coming very close. Dawkins continues the assault with an Irish whip, followed by a twisting splash in the corner. Santos finds an opening with a dropkick and tags in Rey Mysterio. Rey showcases his agility with a head scissors takedown, but Dawkins responds with a well placed kick. Rey retaliates with kicks of his own, knocking Lashley off the apron. He successfully lands a 619 on Dawkins, but Lashley makes a crucial tag and grabs Rey before he can execute the move, with Rey Mysterio in his grasp. Lashley delivers a bone jarring dominator, leaving the crowd in awe. Montez Ford takes control. He tags in and lands a splash on Rey Mysterio. Coming close to a pinfall, Montez proceeds with a series of kicks, targeting Rey's ribs. He follows up with more kicks in the corner, inflicting further punishment on Rey. An Irish whip sends Rey sternum first into the turnbuckles. Angelo Dawkins tags in and adds to the assault with few kicks of his own. Lashley briefly chokes Rey while the referee deals with Dawkins. Lashley then tags in, connecting with elbows in the corner and asserting his dominance. However, Rey manages to fight back with an elbow and a series of forearms, momentarily escaping the corner. Lashley charges, but Rey wisely moves, causing Lashley to collide with the turnbuckle. Montez Ford goes for a charge, but ends up tumbling over the top rope onto the floor. Dawkins tags in, and Ford pulls Santos Escobar off the apron to prevent him tagging in. Zelina Vega sees the opportunity to deliver a meteor to Ford, creating a game-changing moment. Rey Mysterio doesn't let up on and executes a tornado DDT on Dawkins, leaving both competitors down in the ring. Rey searches for Santos Escobar, but Santos is on the ground, unable to assist. Dawkins seizes Rey and tries to prevent him from reaching his corner. Suddenly, Carlito Caribbean Cool's music hits, and the crowd erupts as he makes his way to the ring. Rey continues to struggle to make the tag, but while Carlito tags in and unleashes a fury of clotheslines on Ford, Carlito follows up with an Irish whip, punching Dawkins and Lashley in the process. He then delivers a dropkick and sends Dawkins over the top rope to the floor. Rey Mysterio joins the fray, executing a seated splash off the apron onto Dawkins. Meanwhile, Santos Escobar hits a suicide dive, sending Lashley crashing into the ringside barrier. In the ring, Carlito lands his signature move, the backstabber on Montez Ford, securing a 3 count and the victory for the LWO and Carlito in the exhilarating matchup. So, Carlito's back. He's been back since Backlash. He was signed and they just didn't have anything for him. I don't understand what took them so long. Seriously. If you're going to sign somebody, you better have fucking plans. This is ridiculous. I mean, you wanted him, you didn't have plans, you didn't have like an idea of what to do with him. I mean, this would have been a perfect opportunity to debut him. You know, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So anyway, moving on, mark your calendars because Crown Jewel is set to rock the WWE Universe on November 4th. But before we dive into that, we catch a glimpse of the earlier arrival of the formidable Jade Cargill in the arena, hinting at what is in store for the event. Stay tuned for more explosive action, which we go right into the triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship, Io Sky versus Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. Charlotte Flair out first, followed by Asuka, then Io Sky. Flair starts things off with a devastating boot to Io Sky, but the tables quickly turn when Asuka spits a mysterious miss into Flair's face. Couldn't happen to a nicer woman. Asuka goes for the pin, but Io breaks it up, keeping the match alive. Meanwhile, Flair rolls to the floor, desperately trying to clear her eyes from the mist effects. Io retaliates with a tiger feint, followed by a arm drag. Asuka responds with an arm drag of her own, transitioning smoothly into an armbar. Io manages to get back on her feet and sends Asuka back to the mat. The action is fast-paced and technical, with Io locking in the head scissors and pulling Asuka down by the hair. At ringside, Charlotte Flair is still being treated for the effects of the mist. Io continues to dominate with a back elbow in the corner, but a high risk move from the turnbuckle backfires and she misses a moonsault and lands on her feet. Asuka capitalizes with a missile dropkick and Io counters with a roll up. The match remains incredibly competitive as Io tries for an inside cradle and a crucifix, both resulting in near falls. Io connects with a powerful kick to Asuka's head, but Asuka fires back with a brutal back elbow. Flair back in the action delivers a boot to Asuka and follows it up with a fallaway slam to Io. Flair then adds her signature chops to Asuka. Flair attempts to target Asuka's leg, but Io jumps on her back. Flair responds with a snapmare, then followed it up with a forearm to Asuka. Asuka counters with a kick to Flair's leg, and Flair catches Asuka, executing a belly-to-back suplex. Io Sky seizes the opportunity, hitting a victory roll on Flair, and then delivering a double stomp, keeping the action unpredictable and electrifying. Io Sky and Asuka unleash a fury of kicks and forearms. Meanwhile, Charlotte Flair, although recovering from the miss earlier, remains a force to be reckoned with. Flair manages to turn the table on her opponents when she's Irish whipped, inadvertently flipped to the apron and striking Asuka with her shoulders. She followed up with a cavity slingshot roll up on Asuka, showcasing her versatility. Io Sky seizes the moment to lock in a La Misca, transitioning into a crossface on Flair, inadvertently intense pressure on her opponent. Asuka adds to the chaos with series of kicks to the Flair. The action is nonstop and fast paced. Asuka sends Io Sky to the apron, but Io turns the tables, dropping Asuka on the top rope. Io then takes to the turnbuckles, looking to execute a moonsault. However, Asuka manages to halt Io's momentum. Asuka sets up for a German suplex, but Io counters with an elbow strike. Despite the counter, Asuka executes a German suplex, showing her incredible strength. She follows up with a sliding kick to Io's head, nearly securing the victory with a close near fall. The match remains highly competitive and unpredictable as the battle rages on. Charlotte Flair seizes the moment, climbing to the top turnbuckle while Asuka has Io Sky in a waistlock. Flair launches herself with a crossbody, crashing onto both Io and Asuka. After a series of chops that rock both opponents, Flair sets up for a double suplex, but Io and Asuka put up a fight. Despite their resistance, Flair manages to execute a double suplex, showcasing her power. Flair follows up with a kick to Asuka and then sends Io's face first into the turnbuckles. She gracefully walks over her opponents before delivering a double clothesline, almost securing the win with a near fall on Asuka. However, Flair misses with a big boot, gets entangled in the ropes. Io takes advantage by dropping Charlotte's leg onto the top rope, causing her pain. Io then surprises Asuka with a sunset flip when Asuka attempts a German suplex, but Flair reaches the ropes in time to break the count. Io and Asuka continue to exchange near falls, keeping the excitement level high. Asuka delivers a hip attack to Flair on the apron while Io lands a chop. Asuka Irish whips Io, who responds with a daring suicide dive onto Flair. Asuka then connects with a sliding kick to Flair on the apron, leaving her reeling. Io trips Asuka on the apron and sends her sights on the moonsault. Io executes a impressive Asai moonsault onto Asuka, further highlighting her agility. Flair climbs to the turnbuckles for her own moonsault onto Io, but Asuka adding her signature move to the mix. Flair sends Asuka back to the ring, planning to capitalize. However, Asuka counters by pulling Flair off the turnbuckles. Asuka runs into a big boot from Flair, who then heads back to the top rope. Io surprises Flair with a shotzi, causing her to stagger to the turnbuckles. Io and Flair engage a forearm exchange, but Flair gains the upper hand with a chop. Flair attempts to put Io on her shoulders, but Asuka comes to the rescue, hitting a powerbomb on Charlotte Flair while executing a Samoan drop on Io. Asuka scores a near fall on both competitors, keeping the match as unpredictable as ever. Asuka runs into a big boot from Flair, but counters with a takedown into an armbar. Flair fights back with a forearm and transition into a Boston Crab. Asuka counters and almost secures a victory with a near fall. Flair goes for a figure four, but Io hits her with a meteor, nearly securing the win. Asuka locks in the Asuka lock on Io, but Io rolls her up for a near fall. Asuka follows up with a code breaker to Io, while Flair delivers a spear to Asuka, almost securing the victory. The match reaches a dramatic climax as Bayley enters the ring to check on Io Sky. Bayley sends Io onto the apron, and Flair kicks Io off the apron to the floor. Asuka goes for another code breaker off the turnbuckles, but Io counters with him and hits a moonsault on Flair. Io Sky successfully secures the 3 count, retaining the championship in a hard-fought battle that left the audience in awe. And Io retained. Thank you, Christ Jesus. So moving on, the anticipation. The anticipation of the Indianapolis is palpable as LA Knight arrives in the arena earlier in the day, setting the stage for an exciting evening of WWE action. But before the action unfolds, the charismatic Pat McAfee makes his way to the ring. His signature charisma, Pat addresses the crowd, emphasizing the vibrant energy that defines Indianapolis. He declares that the town deserves nothing less than a WrestleMania level event. Basically, he's kind of saying, let's have a WrestleMania in Indianapolis. And if he could secure it, mazel tov. The excitement reaches the zenith then when Pat introduces none other than the legendary John Cena, sending the crowd into a frenzy of cheers and applause. The stage is set for an unforgettable night in Indianapolis. Now, he went on commentary. He joined the commentary team in for this match, which I love. And he came out with the Indianapolis NFL inspired WWE title, which was great. Also in the fucking crowd was Declan McMahon. Now you're probably, who the fuck is Declan McMahon? Who the hell is he? And who is he? Why is he related to me? Why am I bringing this up? Because Declan McMahon is the grandson of WWE's founder, Vince McMahon. He's also the son of Shane McMahon. He is now in college, and he's part, I think, of the team of the Sooners. I'm not up with college, so please forgive me. Don't hate me. I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. I beg of you. I'm not in college. I mean, I watch the games, but the teams, I have no fucking clue. If it isn't the Navy, if it isn't Notre Dame, if it's not the Hurricanes, or if it's not the Gators, I don't know who they are. Honestly, I don't know. Forgive me. So we have John Cena and LA Knight versus Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. The match kicks off with John Cena facing against Jimmy Uso. Cena starts strong with a side headlock and followed up with a powerful shoulder tackle. Paul Heyman at ringside has some words for Jimmy Uso. Mr. Heyman, can you do me a favor? Can you either go and dye your hair or cut the rest of it off? You look terrible. You look basically bald. So why don't you just go, do yourself a favor? Call up Steve. He'll hook you up with a great barber to do the rest of the job, okay? Jimmy attempts to regain control with a side headlock of his own, but Cena counters with another shoulder tackle. Jimmy tags in Solo, who enters the ring looking displeased with Jimmy's performance thus far. Cena goes for another shoulder tackle, but Solo stands tall and delivers a powerful uppercut. follows up with another uppercut and a headbutt to Cena. Solo tags Jimmy back in and they team up to make Cena Knight miserable. They execute a make a wish move on Cena, and Jimmy adds an insult to injury and punches and uppercuts. Jimmy even stomps on Cena's hand before putting him in the ropes and choking him. Solo gets involved with some punches while Jimmy keeps the referee distracted. Solo tags in once more and continues on the onslaught of Cena, preventing him from making a tag by applying a side headlock in the action is heating up as Cena desperately searches for an opportunity to turn the tide. Jimmy Uso pulls Cena down by the hair and goes for a pin, but Cena kicks out at the last moment. Solo Sequoia tags in and sets up for a running hip strike in the corner, successfully connecting with Cena. Solo stands tall over Cena, who struggles to make it back to his corner. Solo adds insult to injury with a headbutt, and Cena fights back with punches. However, Solo responds with a spinning heel kick, sending Cena back to the canvas. Jimmy Uso tags back in, attempting to draw LA Knight into the ring to distract the referee. Cena manages to execute an attitude adjustment on Jimmy, but both men end up down on the mat. Solo Sequoia tags back in and prevents Cena from making a much needed tag to Knight by delivering a headbutt while Knight argues with the referee. Jimmy throws something at LA Knight, creating further chaos at ringside. Solo pulls Cena into the corner, goes for a bonsai splash, landing successfully. He attempts a second bonsai splash, but Cena manages to get his knee up to halt Sequoia assault, showing his resilience. Jimmy tags back in, and at this time, LA Knight also gets the tag. Knight enters the ring with a flying clothesline and follows it up with a side Russian leg sweep. He continues the attack with a swinging neck breaker and knocks Solo off the apron. Knight kicks Jimmy in the corner and avoids the Solo interference. Knight proceeds with a DDT on Solo, and Jimmy goes for a splash from the top rope. Knight manages to roll out of the way, causing Jimmy to land on his feet and rolling through. LA Knight responds with a power slam and follows it up with a signature LA Knight elbow. However, Solo Sequoia breaks up the pin attempt with a Samoan drop on Knight. Cena re-enters the fray with a crossbody on Solo, and Jimmy Uso delivers a frog splash to Cena. The match remains highly competitive as the action unfolds in electrifying fashion. The thrilling tag team match reaches a climax as LA Knight takes control. Knight throws punches at Jimmy Uso and Solo Sequoia, showing his determination to secure the victory. He continues to exchange blows with the opponents, displaying his resilience. Jimmy attempts to send Knight over the top rope to the floor, but Knight manages to regain his composure. However, Jimmy surprises Cena with a super kick just as Cena was setting up Solo for the attitude adjustment. Jimmy goes up top once more, while Solo heads over the top rope to the outside, dropping down when Knight ducks. In an incredible display of agility and strength, Knight leaps to the turnbuckle and executes a suplex on Jimmy, sending shockwaves through the crowd. Cena doesn't miss a beat and delivers an elbow drop on Solo on the apron, followed up with a signature five-knuckle shuffle. Knight capitalizes on the momentum by hitting a blunt force trauma, securing the 3 count for the team. The duo of John Cena and LA Knight emerges victorious in the thrilling contest, leaving the audience on their feet in applause. By the way, during the press conference, as soon as the strike is completely cleared up, Cena will be leaving WWE to go back to Hollywood. We all knew that. We all knew that from the get-go. So we go to the back. Finn is enraged and in conversation with Damian Priest backstage, expressing his concerns about Priest's intentions to cash in the Money in the Bank contract tonight. Balor advised him to reconsider, urging him not to rush into this significant decision. However, Damian Priest remains resolute in his determination to seize the opportunity tonight, emphasizing that he doesn't want to leave without a championship. Rhea Ripley intervenes in the conversation, echoing Balor's concern. She urges Priest to hold off on his decision tonight and even asks for the Money in the Bank briefcase, clearly worried about the consequences of the hasty cash in. Because of the outcome of this, I really thought that they were going to do this and have Damian Priest walk out of Fastlane as the World Heavyweight Champion. I really hate. I really hate Seth Rollins. I really do. I really fucking do. I don't like this version of him. I loved the Architect. I loved when he was the when he came back after he had to relinquish the WWE title. I liked those two versions. This one is not. Even the one that he was with the AOP, that one I even liked. He was like a fucking like a hitman almost. And he had his goombas. Yes, I fucking have I did a Italian reference. Sorry, I'm Italian. I can say it. I have a right to say it. I'm Italian. Just like I have a right to say shit about fucking Irish people, German people, and fucking Puerto Ricans. I'm allowed to say it. I'm allowed to reference it because it's part of my heritage and my culture. Last man standing match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And I'm not saying Seth freaking Rollins anymore. It's done. It's over with. Rollins attempts a kick, but Nakamura dodges it and rolls out of the ring. Nakamura taunts Rollins with "Come on" gesture. Challenged him to bring the fight. Rollins grabs a kendo stick, but Nakamura moves swiftly. Nakamura pulls out out to the floor and slams him onto the apron and ringside barrier. Nakamura goes for a suplex, but Rollins blocks it and manages to execute a suplex on the unforgiving floor. The referee starts the count as both competitors feel the effects of this punishing encounter. Rollins decides to raise the stakes and pulls up the protective mats, seemingly planning a power bomb. However, Nakamura escapes and Rollins resorts to sending Nakamura into the steel ring steps instead. Rollins then uses the steps as a weapon, striking Nakamura in the head with them. Nakamura narrowly avoids the stomp onto the steps, and Rollins retaliates with a rolling elbow. Rollins proceeds to fill the ring with an arsenal of chairs, a trash can, a table, even setting up another table outside the ring for added chaos. Nakamura fights back with a kick and a running knee to Rollins, who is hanging over the apron. Nakamura follows up with a knee drop off the apron, delivering a punishment to Rollins on the edge of the ring. Nakamura sends Rollins back into the ring and adds nunchucks to the mix, striking Rollins in the leg with them. Nakamura continues to attack with the nunchucks, targeting Rollins' leg once again. However, Rollins retaliates by catching Nakamura off guard with a boot. Nakamura puts Rollins in the ropes and executes a sliding German suplex, showcasing his athleticism. The referee begins to count as the grueling match takes its toll on both competitors. Nakamura strategically targets Rollins' legs, kicking the back of it, placing a trash can over Rollins. Nakamura uses kendo stick to strike the trash can, amplifying the pain for Rollins. Nakamura doesn't stop there and chokes Rollins with the nunchucks. He follows up with a knee drop, continued to wear down his opponent. Nakamura transitioned to a sleeper hold, but Rollins manages to reach the rope for a break. Nakamura goes for a reverse exploder suplex, but Rollins definitely lands on his feet and hits a sling blade. Rollins wields a kendo stick, striking Nakamura in the midsection before landing a boot to his head. Rollins ascends the turnbuckle and delivers a frog splash onto Nakamura, leaving both competitors down and grasping for breath. Rollins grabs a kendo stick once more, the but this time he misses his shot. Nakamura seizes the opportunity, choking Rollins with a kendo stick and executing a lung blower. Nakamura doesn't hold back, delivering a powerful kick to the Rollins. He sets up a table in the corner and attempts to apply a rear naked choke, followed by a reverse exploder suplex on Rollins. However, Rollins manages to evade Nakamura's running knee strike, causing Nakamura to collide with the table in the corner. Rollins capitalizes with a stomp on Nakamura, prompting the referee to begin the count. Nakamura summoned his resilience, getting back on his feet. Rollins decides to introduce a ladder into the mix and strikes Nakamura with the top of it. He sets up a ladder next to the announce table, creating a dangerous environment. Rollins puts Nakamura on the announce table, climbs the turnbuckle, and prepares for a high risk maneuver. But Nakamura stands up just in time, causing Rollins to crash and burn. Rollins retaliates with forearms against the ringside barrier, then sends Nakamura into the apron and ringside barrier. Finally, Rollins sends Nakamura over the ringside barrier and into the crowd, leaving both men battered and bruised in this brutal contest. Rollins delivers a forearm strike to Nakamura before hitting him with a chair. He attempts to hoist Nakamura onto his shoulders, possibly for an offensive maneuver, but Nakamura counters by sending Rollins into the railing. Nakamura then guides Rollins into a storage case, unloading a series of forearm strikes as they make their way up the aisle. Rollins counters with punches and resorts to biting Nakamura in the brawl. Nakamura strikes back with a low blow, followed by a powerful kick that sends Rollins tumbling off the stairs and onto the floor. The referee starts the count. Rollins manages to beat the count, but Nakamura has a chair in hand. He ruthlessly strikes Rollins in the back with it. Nakamura delivers another punishing chair shot to Rollins, back inflicting immense pain. Nakamura swings and misses, which the chair, inadvertently hitting the ring post. Rollins seizes the moment, attempting and to execute a pedigree on the exposed concrete floor. However, Nakamura counters with a back body drop, sending Rollins crashing onto the concrete. Nakamura responds with a forearm to Rollins' back and guides him back into the ring. Nakamura prepares for a Kinshasa finisher, but Rollins counters with a super kick. Rollins follows up with a pedigree, prompting the referee to start the count on both competitors. Rollins rolls to the floor, and Nakamura manages to get up at the count of 9. Both warriors find themselves on the outside, and Rollins attempts to reintroduce the table into the ring. Rollins sets up the table on the outside. Nakamura runs Rollins into the apron and delivers a series of forearms and knee strikes. Nakamura positions Rollins on the table and then ascends the apron and turnbuckles. He executes a double knee drop to Rollins midsection through the table, causing a significant damage. Nakamura gets back to his feet, and Rollins miraculously beats the referee count to return to his feet as well. Nakamura continues the onslaught of relentlessly attacking Rollins back with a chair, making it clear that neither competitor is willing to back down in this grueling contest. Rollins uses the ringside barrier to help him stand, and he positions Nakamura's head on the announcer's table. Rollins climbs a ladder and he had set up earlier, preparing for a suplex off the ladder and through the table. However, Nakamura counters by spitting mist into Rollins' eyes and shoving him off the ladder, sending Rollins crashing through the table. The referee initiates the count, and Rollins miraculously manages to beat it. Displaying his resilience, Nakamura climbs down from the ladder and sends Rollins into it, further intensifying the brutality of the encounter. They make their way back into the ring where Nakamura hoists Rollins up for a backbreaker onto a chair. Nakamura sets up for his Kinshasa finisher and sends Rollins crashing through another table. Rollins rolls through the floor to break the count, clearly in agony from the punishment. Rollins falls to the floor, and Nakamura takes flight to him, delivering a kick to Rollins' back. Nakamura proceeds to send Rollins over the ringside barrier and onto the timekeeper's area. Nakamura lands a knee strike to Rollins midsection as they continue to brawl towards the ramp. Nakamura gets Rollins on his shoulder and positions Seth on a platform. Nakamura relentlessly kicks Rollins in the head. Nakamura delivers a series of kicks to Seth's body, attempted to weaken his opponent. Nakamura attempts to execute an offensive move, but Rollins counters with elbows and ultimately hits a pedigree onto the platform. Rollins follows up with a stomp on the platform, adding to the brutality of the encounter. The referee starts the count for both competitors, struggle to beat it. Rollins makes to his feet, while Nakamura fails short of the standing, resulting Rollins retaining the championship in the schooling last man standing. And that is the end of the show. And I got you under an hour, and I'm going to get you out of here before an hour heads up. So that is that. That is that. Please do me a favor. Go check out episode 309. It's on the channel. Please like, share, subscribe, and turn on the bell for all notifications. When I go live or upload a video, you'll know about it. Please go check out Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com. Go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. Deathwish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. Please go check out HOG Wrestling at hogwrestling.net. Also, go check out me on Instagram, Threads, Facebook. They're all verified. This is also verified. X, Twitter, and I'm on Cameo. So go check that out. I will be back here at 2 p.m. for episode 310 this coming week, this Friday. Please have a great rest of your Sunday. And we are now on to, I believe it's Full Gear at the middle of this month. I would have to go double. You know what? I'm going to go check it now on the Googler, as they put it. Let me actually go check in my calendar, because I actually, let me double check. Let me double check. Oh, I went into calculator. I shouldn't have went into calculator. October, when is this is daylight savings time. We have Veterans Day. Full Gear is going to be November 16th, if I'm not mistaken. So we actually are going to be, the first is going to be Crown Jewel. Let me double check with Google when it's Full Gear. When is AEW Full Gear? Yep, the 18th. So it's full. Crown Jewel is next. So we're gonna have a couple of weeks. We're gonna have relaxing. I am actually going to attempt to do Impact Bound for Glory. That's, I think, October 21st, which is not this coming weekend, but the following weekend. So if I'm going to do a preview and prediction, I'm going to have to do it sometime in that afternoon. I'm going to find out exactly what time it's going to be and everything like that. If it works out in my schedule, I will be doing Bound for Glory. But if not, it is what it is. So I'm going to try to fit that in as well. Yes, I do watch Impact, and it's getting really, really good. So I will see you on this Friday for episode 310. And please follow me on my social media. And remember to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the bell for all notifications and blah, blah, blah. Go check out all my people that I support. And I will see you on Friday at 2 p.m. for episode 310. Enjoy. I love you all. Bye.